The rare few occasions where I get political, whether it relates to national or foreign affairs, always gets to the point where whenever I see something, it doesn't hurt to try to expanding topics. Just recently, I shared a live stream where I reflected on the series of events that came to light since Trump won in the 2024 election. Smiles on the faces of the GOP voters. The very same night, you had spokesperson Cedric Richmond for Kamala's campaign who informed the voters that she wouldn't be speaking that night. But for this evening, I'm sitting here with a green screen from behind, just having a spectacular aerial view of Ocean City, because who says I cannot dream of one day moving to the East Coast, where a beautiful beach and boardwalk would be the everyday experience that I would like during the summertime season. I did talk via StreamYard with Brix Vids, who is generally independent, but tends to have views that are a tad more right-leaning than left, on Wednesday night's podcast on my channel. But this is going to be a bit more passionate about immigration laws. I did mention before on my stream that Tom Homan I did think was the perfect pick to be the border czar for the cabinet in Trump's upcoming term starting in January of next year. Tom Homan was the guy who was even appointed by President Barack Obama, the guy who started off in the police department for the state of New York, the Empire State, and the guy who even went as far as to win an award in 2015 at a presidential rank for his stellar performance record in the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Division. So you already have a head start of the qualifications that make him fit to work as the border czar. Immigration laws are not racist, and the watered-down excuse that I hear, oh, unless you're Native American, then you can leave as well. First of all, shut up. I was born here, so you can stop with that playbook. I was born here, so I'm off the hook. If you want to live here, you have to follow the legal process. There's people who live in the United States who are immigrants from Italy, some from Germany, maybe even from Poland. And there are actually some people who are Hispanic and they came in legally. To think that there are people who would actually disregard the legal process towards citizenship, which to people who actually did regard the process to be vetted, is a slap in the face to those who actually went through the process. A few days ago, this no-nonsense border czar made it abundantly clear that if you cross without a visa, it's a blatant violation of national security. Fact. That is a fact. No bones about it.
You guys know me. For the last 4 years, I wake up every morning pissed off about what this administration did to the most secure border in my lifetime. Let me be clear. I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I worked for took steps to secure the border because they understood you can't have strong national security if you don't have border security. We need to know who's coming in, what's coming in, where it's coming in, why it's coming, all those questions, right? No one did better than President Trump. President Trump's one badass president to secure this border at a level we've never seen before. Illegal immigration was down to a 45-year low. Illegal immigration was down between 83 and 90%. Unprecedented success. Joe Biden's the first president in the history of this nation who came into office and unsecured the border on purpose.
I mean, look at this delusional post from someone named Dean Blundell, a Canadian. He says, keep your head on a swivel. You just deported yourself. Look at how these people missed the point. The Hispanics who voted for Trump are here legally. Want to know why? Because it's literally illegal to vote if you're unvetted. The photo that was shared contains the keyword, undocumented. No visas, no legal process, no paperwork, just decided to go to the US without any of the requirements, which also rests my case. So you see exactly what I mean. You see what I'm saying. No, immigration laws are not xenophobic. There is nothing xenophobic about needing a visa or a passport. Countries have them, so why can't the United States have them? For example, Ireland requires a Garda National Immigration Bureau card to people who want to live in Ireland. If you want to live in Germany, the German embassy from Singapore contains a statement saying that visas are required. Italy has immigration laws too. A written excerpt from the U.S. Embassy for Italy has stated that living in Italy for more than 3 months is considered a citizen. There are other countries out there that have immigration laws, but when America does it, that's racist and arbitrary in the eyes of so many of these people. There's more to this than people know. When Kamala was running, she had a chance to answer Brett Baer's question about her border plan.
There's a lot of people that look back at what you said in 2019 when you first ran for president. And there have been changes, and you've talked about some of them. When it comes to immigration, you supported allowing immigrants in the country illegally to apply for driver's license, to qualify for free tuition at universities, to be enrolled in free health care. Do you still support those things?
Listen, that was 5 years ago, and I'm very clear that I will follow the law. I have made that statement over and over again, and as Vice President of the United States, that's exactly what I've done, not to mention before.
If that's the case, you chose a running mate, Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota, who signed those very things into state law.
And also, let's not forget her failed interview on Anderson Cooper. with CNN.
Let's talk about this compromise bill that you want to pass if you're elected. You said that's going to be a priority. It includes $650 million in funding for the border wall. That's something Republicans wanted. That was part of the compromise. Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
And let's also not forget this memorable clip. I'm going to show you.
We are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
And there you have it. With a stroke of luck after Trump's statement about people who were eating cats.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
I did have a feeling that it would have ruined his chances. However, he did come forth and say that he had nothing to do with the comedian's piss-poor attempts at comedy by calling Puerto Rico a floating pile of garbage at his rally in Madison Square Garden in New York, New York.
I was told and made aware that you had no idea about this comedian who made comments.
I have no idea who he is. Somebody said there was a comedian that joked about Puerto Rico or something, and I have no idea who he was. Never saw him, never heard of him, and don't want to hear of him. But I have no idea. They put a comedian in, which everybody does. You throw comedians in. You don't vet them and go crazy. It's nobody's fault. I don't even know who put them in. But, and I can't imagine it's a big deal. I've done more for Puerto Rico than any president I think that's ever been president.
Now, all we have to do is wait for the administration to officially take office, and we will be unburdened by what has been. If Tom Homan can be selected by Obama during his presidency, hopefully some good comes out of this, with Tom Homan as the new border czar. That's all for this video. If you like the sentiment that has been made, like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified of whatever else I post, and I'll see you next time. Take care.